You learning Hachzek Musar Yomi, concluding the first week of Rabeinu Yona's Sharei Teshuva. We're up to the 17th page in the art scroll Sharei Teshuva, and Rabeinu Yona continues discussing what happens when a person is over an aveira, he commits a crime more than one time. You should also know. Let's say you do one aveira 10 times. Even if you avoid all other sins, it's considered as if he has done many different averos, and he's going to be punished for each and every one of them, even though one might think, wait, but it was the same avera. It's true that unfortunately I succumbed 10 different times, but it was the same avera. Still says Rabeinu Yona, no, it's going to be punished for each and every one. If they told the Nazir, do not drink, and he drinks, and he don't drink, and he drinks, what happens at the end? He gets malchus alcohol, achas v'achas. As if he ate all different types of isurim, even though it was all the same iser. He was drinking wine, but the fact that he did it repeatedly, he gets punished for multiple averos. So Rabeinu Yona teaching us how important it is to be careful once a crime, once an avera is done, once a transgression is committed, not to just keep on going, but rather trying to stop, and rather having that remorse so that it's not going to compound the misery. Continues Rabeinu Yona. We have seen that the amount of averos are many in this dar, and Rabeinu Yona is talking in his times. Again, we remind ourselves that the Rabeinu Yona is a Rishon. Rabeinu Yona lived in the 1500s in Vilna, and therefore, if the Rabeinu Yona says these words about his times, what do we have to say for, Rabeinu Yona lived in the 13th century, not the 1500s, I apologize. In the 13th century, that's the 1200s. Says Rabeinu Yona, there are people who just don't accept upon themselves to stop committing known averos. And their entire lives are not nizar. Rather, they treat it as if it's mutter. Now, even if they would only act this way for one avera, it's a terrible sickness in their soul, as we have explained. Certainly it's a terrible sickness. If they do this to many averos, this includes some of the most severe averos, people swear falsely, swear in vain. They curse one's friends or themselves with the name of Hashem. They mention Hashem's name in vain. Or they mention Hashem's name in a place that's not clean, or with hands that are not clean. They ignore an ani. Hatred for no reason, vagavos alev, being haughty, unisinas chitis, intimidating people, vestakel ba'arayis, looking at arayis, ubitel talmud Torah, keneged kulam, being mevatel Torah, is equal to all of them. The rabbis keila, and there's many more averos, because I'm the mixasa itzah b'nei adar, laskirim laskiran. I've written some of them for the people in my dar, says Rabeinu Yona, to remind them that which I just mentioned, they're usher, and to warn them that they can't just do them without thought. And similarly, it is proper for all Baal Tshuva to write a sefer, to write a journal, a list of all the things which they've committed, all the averos, and all of the obligations they fell short, that which the mitzvahs they didn't do, and to read it each and every day. And if he reads it each and every day, they explain at the bottom over here, quoting Rabeinu Yona later on in the sefer that we're going to get to, that what's going to happen, by reading over what he did wrong, he will get to stop doing that. He'll extricate himself from that avera, the terrible sickness of repeating an avera. I'll pick it up from here next week. B'siyata Dishmaya.